Splatoon 3 is very close to release, and that means the game is almost finished. At least I hope it is. All I'm saying is that if they're gonna do apartments, they better start on it right now. That way, it'll be ready for when they add them as a free update later on in the game's life. About 3 years after most fans already gave up on the game because of its lack of content. Please, Nintendo, you can do better. Just this once. Anyway, let's get to it. Single player. I'd love to see a better story mode, and a lot of people agree with me, because every single Splatoon story mode was rushed, except for the Octo expansion. You know, the one that everyone loves. It's really good, and if you haven't bought it yet, then you really should. Even after Splatoon 3 releases, do yourself a favor and buy it. I think what the Splatoon 3 single player needs is cutscenes. I'm not talking about long feature-length film cutscenes. I'm talking about like short dialogue ones. I think if the player character talked to Captain Cuttlefish and had an actual input, and maybe his/her own personality, then it could potentially be even better story mode than Octo expansion. And by looking at all the info that we have from the trailers, I think it will be the best single player experience ever in Splatoon franchise. But I really want cutscenes. It would definitely put it over the top for me. Grizzco. I think Splatoon 3 could sell a lot more copies if they made it so Salmon Run is open all of the time, because that's a really good selling point to all the hardcore Salmon Run fans, as well as the fact that they have new bosses, new maps, and all that other stuff. Plus, it's a very nice quality of life improvement for all the people who don't play it that much but still enjoy it, like me. Salmon Run has a lot of potential, and I think it could potentially reach it. But as of right now, it seems a little bit too close to the original Salmon Run. I hope there is more to Salmon Run than what we already know of. The online 4v4 battles is what makes Splatoon, well, Splatoon. It's really good, all 4 of them. I want the original 4 to be in Splatoon 3. I'm okay with Clan Blitz getting cut from the game, as long as we get some new online ones. I hope we get 2 brand new ranked modes, as well as a regular Turf War being added to the ranked mode, as well as League. A lot of my friends really hate all of the ranked modes, and will only play Turf War, and I love Turf War. But I also like a lot of competition that the regular battles just don't have. Also, having non-ranked versions of ranked modes would mean I wouldn't be able to downgrade if I just want to play the game for fun. Also, I don't have X rank, which is kind of sad. But there's pretty much unlimited potential in what they can do for future online modes, and I really want to see what they're going to do with it. When they were first teasing Splatoon 2, they had this brand new thing called Salmon Run. And for me, I just had to buy Splatoon 2 just for it. I would play it whenever it was open, and wished it was open when it wasn't. Out of all things that Splatoon 2 had to offer, it was Salmon Run I wanted most of all. But now we're at the present day, and I really want to know what brand new thing it will be that Splatoon 3 will have that the rest of the games didn't. I'm not talking like new online 4v4 modes. I want like cooperative against something else. Like a lot of people online think that we're gonna get like shark pirate thing, but I really don't know. I just hope we get something. I have some ideas, and I'll cover them in a future video. Battle Dojo. The OG Splatoon fans remember it. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then you are not alone. It's something that has completely vanished from Splatoon 2, and was only in Splatoon 1, so not many people have memories from it. I was one of the lucky few who played Splatoon 1 on the Wii U, and I loved the dojo mode. The game was actually kinda trash, but it was a way of playing some sort of Splatoon with one system. I think it would be really cool if there was split screen mode in Splatoon 3, for families to enjoy. Weapon classes. So far, the only new weapon class that we know of is the Splat Bow, or technically the Stringer. And the Splat Bow on itself isn't really that impactful in the grand scheme of things. So I hope they do a whole lot more stuff in terms of that. A couple ideas are a boomerang, a yo-yo, or the fans. I also really want to see a quill, but I couldn't imagine that making very much sense in anything. Alright, I don't know how many people really want this, but probably not many. I want a full mix of stick controls and motion controls for the camera. As of Splatoon 2, if you use motion controls, the only thing that the right stick will do is move horizontally, but a lot of the time I want it to go vertically as well. Ability chunks. I think they should add some ability chunks, such as Fire rate up, range up, accuracy up for those stupid weapons with RNG and how they aim. There's a lot that they could do with ability chunks. It's pretty much open ended with what they can do. I just want to see something more with them because they're one of the only things you can do after a lot of the game is done. Team setup. You know how the Splatfests allow you to have your friends join your team before more people join? I want that at all times so I can play with my friends easier. Also, you could set it so you're on opposing teams with them. I don't know, I just want more friend control. Which kind of leads into my next one, room codes for private battles. I think it'd be nice if we could have a room code so people don't need to be friends on Switch to play Splatoon 3 with you. Just like how it is in Smash Brothers. I know that a lot of streamers want this, and I think it'd be cool if I find someone who likes Splatoon and we just want to play for a bit. Also, with esports, this would be very nice, so you don't have to be video game friends with your real life enemies. The idols. I really want one boy and one girl. And I don't want them to be a romantic relationship. I want to be completely platonic. So I'm thinking twins. And like they can have this really cool competitive energy against each other. You know, like how siblings have in real life. A sibling rivalry for like Splatfests and all this stuff. They could do so much stuff, and I feel like they could get creative. And I don't know, I just like those kind of relationships in games. This last one is the most important one out of all of these things on this whole list. I just want squid jump in lobby so I'm not bored.